Hey YouTube, my name is Kenny. Thank you for checking out this channel. So you've already checked out that thumbnail, you've already read the title, so you know what this video is going to be all about. 1992 Yamaha Banshee restoration. We finally have it as a roller, and it's time to just actually take a look at this machine and see how it's completely changed and how it looks absolutely amazing.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100.
All right, everyone, thank you for checking out this build with me. You saw that I've gotten this 92 Banshee, and it was in rough condition, and we actually have it as a roller sitting right here behind us, and it looks great. So we picked this thing up down in our Oak Hill, West Virginia area. It did need a lot of work to it. There's some things that I haven't gotten done yet that I still need to do, but now that I have it down on 4 wheels, I am very, very happy with this. So first we have the motor. It looks absolutely amazing. Took it apart, made sure everything was good in it, rebuilt it, put it back together, cleaned the carbs intake, got a new filter, powder coated the cases, Cerakoted. Everything is absolutely clean down there. New hardware, new bolts for the most part in certain areas. Other areas have the bolts and the hardware powder coated. We did Cerakote the FMF exhaust, the Fatties, Gold Series, absolutely wonderful. We have the frame powder coated, polished aluminum. Everything else is color matched with it. Swing arm, A-arms, bumpers, got the front bumper coming in the mail. Everything is powder coated, the polished aluminum color, and it is color coordinated in the exact same way that the 92 Banshee is. We have the close as we can get pink springs, and these are a peacock pink. And they look absolutely great. If you were concerned about any of these things, check out the playlist that I'm going to show you at the very end. We did go with an aftermarket radiator, oversized. This is one of the few parts that I didn't put on her that was OEM. Everything else is OEM parts, and they've just been powder coated and restored. Kicker, stator plate covers, wires, CDI, ECU, everything OEM. No Chinese electronics, nothing like that on here. One of the things I am going to be thinking about doing different is the tires, but man, this thing looks great. In the mail, we do have coming some hardware, new clamps to make sure we got that sealed up. We got a new gasket coming for the airbox. Stock, gas tank, pet cock, everything cleaned up, Cerakoted. Handlebars are OEM. We got the OEM 92 master cylinder here, and it doesn't have electronics because this year didn't come with an actual brake light. It just came with a park brake. Over here, OEM perch levers and everything. We're still going to have run back there the park brake. Up front, I was just playing with these, and I was looking, and I was like, what is this little specks on here? Like, did I get something on there? Then I was like, oh, well, that looks like paint. So I decided to strip them, see if I can get them off, and it turns out that this did have OEM white headlights on it. Thank goodness, because I was about to be ordering some more. Didn't have to worry about that. OEM brake lines, levers, sprocket, chain guard, everything is cleaned up. Everything has been touched. Just a few upgrades and changes, like the chain slide aftermarket. Got one of those because it's superior to the OEM roller. And we did get a DRW case saver, goes on there just to make sure we save these amazing looking cases. Brake lines, filters, everything's on there. There's a few things that we might try to do in this video though. So one of the things that I have been kind of concerned about doing is, do I change the rubber? I already have some front tires and they look great, and I'm going to make the decision to pull the trigger and possibly do that. So what we're going to be doing is getting these front tires hopefully swapped in this video. We're going to also look at getting the chain on here. Then I might start it up and see if I can ride it. Alright everyone, so we're just going to use that Harbor Freight table lift that I purchased recently. It works absolutely amazing, and it has a 500-pound rating, and it makes light work out of lifting this Banshee up in the air. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and get that DeWalt, put the 14mm on there, and then just have light work getting these tires off. So whenever you decide that you're going to take this off, just get you a little spray with some dish detergent in it and some water. You want to let the air out of your tire, but not all of it. So you need to keep at least 3 to 5 psi in it, just a little bit, to keep the tire from collapsing in on itself while you're trying to break the bead. Harbor Freight for the win here too. Alright, so I'm going to show you what I do with a white one. Got these little plastic discs that I cut out. Extra protection. I usually just throw a washcloth over top of that. One plastic disc. Give me one wheel. The other plastic disc. Then I usually drop a bolt down in there to keep it from spinning. Now this sits on top of the plastic to keep protection.
I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. 'Cause anything worth doing is a tough.
This will go underneath the lip.
I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. 'Cause anything worth doing is a tough time.
Then you will go over here to this little notch, push it down, feed the corner up under. Now we got it up over that lip, and we're just gonna keep pressure on it up. Boom. And just for sake, we'll take it back to this side and do the exact same thing with the other way. Tire off. Wheel unharmed. Now getting the tire on isn't the hardest and craziest thing to do, but we're going to try to repeat the process. And I'm just being lazy by not taking this off and just kind of feeding it all through. Now what I'm going to attempt to do is just push the whole tire on. I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to hope it works this go around. So when coming down, I'm just going to try to make sure I get the whole tire down in that lip and then push forward. We're going to try the same thing with the other. Hands are sore, so we'll
I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings, I'ma be fine.
see if we can get lucky again.
I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings, I'ma be fine. Need time and I'll still be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go, you know I'm gone.
All right, so we finally got lucky, got the one tire on there, and it looks great. Dunlop KT846 on there, looking absolutely amazing. We're gonna have some replicas that we're gonna be putting in the back. The other one, I tried to do something stupid, which is the gas light, boom, pop it on, and it did not work. Do not spray stuff like that on your powder coated wheels. It kind of messed up my coating. So I'm actually stripping that and going to repowder coat that wheel tomorrow and get that other one put back on there. All right, the front tires are on. They were a little bit of a pain in the butt to get on, but they went on well. They look great. Going to take it back to that resto look. So now that that's all complete, we're going to go ahead and get the chain on. Try to work this around through here.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they want to go, we you know.
I forgot. I got to put the chain slide right there.
I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted, and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crap from seeing to believing. Got a taste of blood, and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so snowy, cold, frostbite, they feeling. I could tear you apart, or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in feelings. starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up, got too little time.
So this one's gonna come off right here.
Down, push forward through the tough times. 'Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. I ain't gonna give up, got too little time. I'ma live up, head down, push forward through the tough times. 'Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. 'Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got...
All right, we got the chain on, got the roller on. I did have to use all of the slack, so I'm going to go ahead and adjust that one more time to make sure that I take one more link out, so it gives me some adjustability with the chain. But overall, we're getting ready to just be able to drop this thing and see how it's going to move. All right, everyone, I am sweating like crazy. It's crazy hot and humid. Sun went down, but it was like 96 today. My goodness. But Banshee sitting right here behind us. OEM tires back on the front, and it's looking great. We did go ahead and put the blue seat cover on, and that blue is not the exact blue that's going to be on there. That's more of a sky blue and less of that aqua kind of color. I just went ahead and tried it out from Thrill Seekers to see if it would match, and when I got my tank covers, it did not. So we're going to go ahead and kick this a couple times, see if we can get it moving, and give you a clip of it moving if it works. Now this is the break-in period, so we're not going to go anything crazy. Just going to take it down the road once, maybe twice, let it get up to temperature, let it cool down, do that 3 times, break it in officially, and we should be good. All right, there, YouTube, there you have it. I'm excited. I finally got the 92 rolling. Exactly what I expected. Not a whole bunch, right? No. So I didn't do a whole bunch in this video as far as riding it. It is the break-in. So why did I break it in is because you're supposed to do a break-in cycle. I did not change the pistons. I did change the rings, so we had to break those in appropriately. Didn't want to mess any things up. We did let it heat up to temperature and then down to cool down 3 times. And, you know, that was about it as far as the break-in we have going. We're not going to really ride it anymore in this video, but in the next video, I want to take it up and down the street, see how it's going to go through some gears, make sure everything looks good. Hopefully we're able to get the brakes and stuff complete in that video. But as far as it goes, everything else is great. We got the chain on in this video. We have the front tires swapped and changed, so that's a huge plus. And I believe that's all we were working on. So if you want to know how the Banshee got from rough condition to where it's at now, check out the playlist.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's